So have you ever been to a restaurant and gotten served food in kind of a really strange, uncharacteristic way? Nothing to do with the food itself, but like the presentation of it as it was brought out to you. I don't have any like bad examples of this I can think of, but I have a really cool one actually. A really nice restaurant. They brought out 2 Wagyu sort of cigar looking things. It was almost like a candy cigar, but it was beef. And it was delicious, and they presented it in a Cuban cigar box. And I was like, that's a nice touch. But this subreddit is called We Want Plates, and it's dedicated to ones that perhaps weren't super well executed. So without further ado, we'll take a look at some of the most absurd meal presentations of all time. We'll start off with, I think they skipped a step. You know, I'm sure there's a way to actually execute this in a nice fashion, but it kind of just looks a little bit gross. Just looks a little charred and burnt. And like you just kind of didn't try. You're like, this doesn't look so good. You know what? No point in scraping this off the pan. We'll just bring the pan directly to the customer. It'll save me a bit of time having to salvage this. So, fish served on an empty beer can in a dirty ashtray. Yeah, I don't know. I've gotten some... Actually, you know what? Sushi, I feel like at the nicer sushi places, you don't often get crazy presentation. It's very simple. It's just, the normal nigiri sushi with the fish on top of the rice. It's just very high quality, good fish. This, for all I know, could be high quality, good fish. But man, what if your fish falls off the beer can? That doesn't look very stable. And then if it falls in that, no one's going to eat fish covered in dirt. Unless that's actually like some kind of topping you're supposed to put. That just seems like a terrible idea. And it doesn't seem terribly classy. Where'd the beer go, though, I wonder? Little victory, but a victory nonetheless. Due to circumstances beyond our control, all meals will be served on plates. We apologize if this spoils your experience. It's a meta post because we want plates, but I'm like, is that really a big deal? Damn, I was expecting my meal to be served on an iPhone, which I say because there's actually another one up I saw up the list where the title was it was a meal served on an iPad. Damn, I came here for having my meal served on technology, not on a plate. How dare you guys? I'm above eating meals off of plates, okay? This is not fancy enough for my taste. A forking bookshelf. I ain't even mad. That's actually kind of cool, There's nothing wrong with that. It brings you all your food at once. All your courses put together. You overstuff yourself. You eat way too much food. You feel guilty about it right after and the next day. But, I don't know, the only issue I see there is it seems very impractical in that things could just fall out of either side. There's not much to keep things contained. But otherwise... Am I the only one who thinks this is kind of cool? Looks like some kind of cool coffee shop, and it's like they took a mimic of the shelving off the wall, and that's what they bring. Yeah, this is actually stressing me out. I must be the only one here who's like, it's not that bad. Technically, this meat is served on a plate, but if it weren't for the fact that it's just really creepy, I'd give it points for some originality. It's just too creepy. Also, what's underneath that? You're just disrobing this doll. You're taking off the meat curtains. I'm so sorry. God. What if I want to start with the burger? Yeah, this just seems really impractical. Like, even if whatever is on top of the burger wasn't there, it's like, how do I grab the damn thing? I guess you grab it by the toothpick, but then it's like wedged in there with other burgers. The toothpick just comes out, and you're like, well... Damn it. All right, we'll try next. Another toothpick pops out. Okay, am I supposed to drink it? You turn the thing upside down, the burgers completely fall apart because they don't have toothpicks in them anymore. And then you just have a bunch of stuff strewn about the table, and you ask for the bill. That's also just way too much food in one container there. My God. Raspberry ice cream on a twig in a hole drilled into a rock. What does that even mean? Raspberry ice cream on a twig. That's ice cream? It's like a depressed popsicle. No, it kind of looks like they saw the presentations that fancy restaurants do for dessert and whatnot, and we're like, we can do this too. Let's go forage out in the woods outside and just make something out of that. Drill a hole in the rock, grab the twig. It's actually it's just like a dead bramble thing on it. Why is that there? That doesn't need to be there. It just looks really depressed, honestly. The Sims hot dog gets it. The hot dog thinks to itself, why am I on the ground? I wish I were on a plate. I dream to one day be served the way I am meant to be, rather than as trash on the ground that's gonna get eaten by seagulls. This dessert trend needs to stop. I was not aware that this was a dessert trend, but now that I am aware, I'm angry about it, because if you, like, remove the cheesecake off the top of that, that's way too messy already, okay? Who thought, you know what, let me just stick a cake on top of my shake? Also, Jesus Christ, sorry, I'm about to go on a calorie kick here, but that's like 2 days of calories, right there. Just half of this photo. This should be in an eating competition, not available to the general public for consumption. A meringue served on a magnetically levitated pillow. Whoa, huh? I'm not even gonna lie, that's kind of cool if that's a real thing. I'm not even mad. I'd be like too fascinated to think of be able to call it absurdity. You tell me if that was brought out at a restaurant you were at, all right, assuming you weren't the one footing the bill for it, because it's obviously gonna be an expensive bill, you would be like, dang, I don't normally take pictures of food for Instagram, but I'm gonna take a picture of this food for Instagram. The final boss of the sub. What is happening here? Kind of looks like you're in a hotel with room service or something. It's actually impressive how they've managed to balance everything out, in that there's straight up another drink mounted to this drink, counterbalanced by pizza and sandwiches. How do you even eat this? It's like Jenga, but with food, and your punishment is you spill crap everywhere. That's incredible, and I've never seen anything like it before in my entire life. I work as a dishwasher. I want plates, please. Oh, dude, that must be such a pain to clean. I bet you can. I wonder if you can seal them and it would be better. But yeah, I'm sorry, dude. That seems like kind of a bummer. I really empathize there. At least, hey, you know what? When you think about it, this one, you'd be really happy if you were a dishwasher, because you're like, think of all the plates this saved. We need a plate for that, plate for that, plate for that, plate for that, half a plate for that. Really, at the end of the day, you just have a couple of cups to clean. So, you know what? Not bad. Mods are asleep. Post about wanting bowls. Is that like a SpaghettiOs sandwich? What? The SpaghettiOs and meatballs sandwich? I feel like that can't be a real thing. It's got to be something that someone just made at home. They're like, I'm really drunk right now. You know what sounds good? SpaghettiOs. But you know what sounds even better? A sandwich. You know what? Why not both? And meatballs too. I haven't had SpaghettiOs and meatballs before, so let's just throw those in, because those go in sandwiches. Yeah. It has a plate, but still. Oh God, that's horrifying. Kind of clever. It's not something I ever expected to see, but you know, at a restaurant that's maybe geared towards shock value in their dishes, which I'm sure many do exist, it's kind of a clever idea for a cheese course, a charcuterie platter, however you pronounce that word. Yeah, I'd be a little bit freaked out, but hey, at the end of the day, food's food, honestly. You still got the platter. The only thing new here is the mouse. So, you know, that's not really getting in the way. It's just a convenient meat hanger. Self-aware absurdity. Apple pastry dessert served on an image of a plate on an iPad. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. I only consume my food off of technology, okay? I sit in front of my computer to eat food, so it's only fitting that my food gets to sit on top of a computer to be eaten. And pretty soon, hopefully, I'll just be able to, like, project food above an iPad and actually eat it. I love holographic food. Ravioli on a clothesline, as you do. Huh. They kind of look like pizza bites, honestly. It doesn't really look like ravioli, but I mean, it probably is ravioli, but I can see they were trying to come up with a clever presentation. It's a little bit messy. Ravioli isn't really finger food, unless they are actually fried like pizza bites or something like that, which they kind of look like. My favorite meal that I got growing up at my mom's house was Trader Joe's ravioli, butternut squash. So good. Kind of the best. I don't even know if they sell it anymore, but damn, that was good. And I prefer it in a bowl, and I didn't have to eat it on a clothesline. Not a plate, but this hip sitting rail at a new burger place is too crazy not to show. You know what? They were probably like, well, the city won't let us remove this pipe because it's an important sewage and or gas line to another one of the units in this building. That's kind of inconvenient, but I guess we got to work with it. I really hope that this was born out of a need to solve an issue rather than, hey, you want to know what's trendy? Make people sit on an uncomfortable pipe instead of actually chairs. Our budget's running a little bit low. We spent it all on the other weird things we make people eat off of here. My wife's cocktail was served in a hollow stone and had to be drunk through the hole without a straw. Dog, why would you serve that without a straw? That angers me so much. How would you drink that? There's no other hole to let the air through into the... I'm spitting on my monitor. I'm so mad. There's no other hole. You can't... You're either going to spill all over yourself because you can't put your lip over the entire thing. Otherwise, it's not going to work. No, you need a straw. Oh my God. I bet, and it's probably a place where like you ask, can I get a straw for this thing? And they're like, no, that ruins the experience. How dare you question the way the chef or the bartender has prepared this? It's unacceptable. Have you no respect for the art of the culinary? It's not going to work, though. You can't drink out of that. It's you spill all over you, just not come out. I'm speechless. I don't even know what is it? It's like onions. Is that olive oil? Lemon? Cheese? And cucumbers and assorted veggies? What is this? Like, not only is the presentation bizarre, but I don't know what dish is this. None of these things look good together. Why are there just a bunch of onions? Uncooked onions just chilling on the top of the glass, or the bottom of the glass, I should say. I need to know where this place is so I can never go. Someone explain to me like what this is supposed to be, because it looks bad. Exactly. What? It's like a deconstructed, bizarre salad. They say Greek salad. Oh, is that what that is? I don't know. It looks like a few things with a mound of onions. Like, you want some anything else with your onions? Nah, I just like onions a lot. Okay, that wins. That was We Want Plates. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch more Reddit videos, and subscribe if you're not already. And if you want to check out the music playing in the background right now, it's linked in the outro over on the Meringue Music channel. I'll see you next time.